Hey, this is David Perdue from MyNAMS.com and the Novice to Advanced Marketing System. And again, this week we are visiting with a few of our special featured insiders, people who are really taking a lot of action, pushing their way forward. And we're going to introduce you to a very special member in just a second who's done a lot of work on the Insiders Group, and she has jumped in here and really gotten busy. But if you don't know about the MyNAMS Insiders Group, I wanted to tell you right up front that this is one of the best groups online. Now, I know it's my group, and I'm biased, but I'm going to tell you you're not finding any other training groups online, training organizations that focus on three things: team training and tools. And the fourth thing, which fits and comes across all of those, which we tie all of that up together with, is the monthly challenges. And we are continually introducing instructors to our students and students to instructors. They get together in the Facebook group and learn how to do more and more of what we need to be able to perfect, to be able to be good at what we do online. And the instructors get involved in the Facebook group. It's a private Facebook group just for our MyNAMS insiders. And every month we have a 30-day challenge on a specific topic, and then we roll through those through the year. And anyone who gets 12 consecutive, that's without a break, 12 consecutive challenge completions, which would end up being 12 mugs, and Ute is going to tell us about mugs in just a minute, but end up being 12 mugs, you end up getting lifetime MyNAMS Insider Club membership. So there's a way to earn lifetime MyNAMS Insiders Club membership in a fairly short order. So we have a few people who are right there going to do it. We have one person who just completed it, and it's been a really fun journey to watch these people go. Now, one person that is extremely fun for me to be engaged with is Ute Goldkuhle. Ute is German by birth, I believe. Isn't that correct, Ute?
That's correct. But a happy American, I have to always add that.
But a happy American, excellent. And Ute, you've been an insider now for a long time, right? You're one of our originals, I think.
I am. I'm a charter member, and very proud of it and very happy about it.
So when you came in and you had an idea for a website, but you really didn't have your website yet, right?
No, I did not.
And what is that website? What is it, and what did you want to accomplish?
Well, David, I had an absolute, all my life, I had a dream. I wanted to write, I wanted to engage in from the heart, from myself. But life leads you to different direction, and being an immigrant, you know, starting off with not knowing any English in my early 20s, and as a cleaning woman, and then working myself up, and finally enter in the academic world. In other words, I was trained to follow, you know, professional writing, correct writing, and my heart was always in letter writing or fun writing.
Right.
And so I would let that out when I had grandchildren. I would let that out with the grandchildren, and I became the child myself again and loved it. So after retirement, and I wanted to combine my professional life, professional experience, which is in the healthcare background, in the public health. I'm a nurse practitioner, and after 40+ years being in the healthcare business and teaching and having done all those, you are in a mindset of a very controlled communication. So how to go about it to suddenly free myself, and I knew I didn't have a voice. I could not convey my personal voice except in a safe environment when I write to my grandchildren.
Right.
So then I came to NAMS, and I think it was one of the early workshops you gave that suddenly you said you brought out the creative writing, and that you can integrate that into marketing, and the light bulb went up, and my life changed since.
I remember that. That was that was the workshop we did on a Monday after NAMS
exactly
6 or 7, and it was the storytelling workshop that I did.
Yeah, and it was where you so skillfully showed with a conceptual framework that you use your own voice to integrate with people, to make them feel good, and yet to in other words, to convey your heart, to convey yourself, and
Right.
yet that you can integrate that into marketing and be successful. Then comes the stage of learning all the technology of it.
Sure, sure.
And that's what NAMS provided for me. Suddenly, I need to understand everything first before I do it. If I push a button, I have to know what's behind that button, otherwise I can't do it. And so that's what NAMS provided. And then coming the insiders, as NAMS evolved from initially a training workshop, initially involved in a very structured level 1 to level 2, and of course I could relate to that from the background I had.
Sure.
That it just made sense more and more, and then you brought in the instructors, fabulous people. You enhanced the specialty of each one, and it was a journey of a lot of learning and overwhelm, and always saying, how come the young ones understand it and I don't understand it? And but because of the wonderful instructors, I was crying one time in a workshop with Paul Talkman when he came on as an instructor. Said, I don't get it, Paul. I've spent so much money on learning the technology. And he looked at me and he said, you will understand it. I will get you there. And he did. I dropped everything else from the outside and followed him. And now I'm just like a child in the candy shop telling to Paul, I just solved this tech problem.
Well, that's great. Now, you've turned your writing into a website, though, and you haven't talked about that yet. That is Fun, Fit, and Healthy Grandma, right? What are you trying to do there?
Exactly. Fun, Fit, and Healthy Grandma is my site. I'm still developing. It will always be in a developing stage.
Right.
But it really says what I wanted to be when I was a grandmother, to be fun, fit, and healthy. And it comes in from my background to integrate my background, because I worked very much with senior adults and found so much that sometimes they have lost the joy because of all other circumstances. And it can be so easily done. And when I was a supervisor in a nursing home, when children came, even if the patients did not, it wasn't their own grandchild, they just lit up, they were happier, and I said, there is the energy of the children. Mm-hmm. I can combine that to bring a community of information, enjoyment, support, and encouragement, then, and yet convey also my own and be just my own in conversation and creation, and yet bring good information. I will be the happiest, fun, fit, and healthy grandma. And I truly live that life. My grandchildren have given me a life.
Oh, great, great. I'm glad to hear it, Ute. Now, we've talked about a lot about NAMS with you before, because you were our Spirit of NAMS winner, our first one, a couple of workshops ago. And I'm not sure you understand exactly what that is, but it is an incredible gift, I think, that you've given us. Not that we've given you, but that you've given us, because you've been a real inspiration to everybody at NAMS, how you've just worked through stuff and you continue to improve and continue to tackle it and continue to do it. And so, we really appreciate having you around, Ute, and thank you so much for continuing to do this.
That's wonderful.
Well, tell me, how have these challenges, these monthly challenges, and I see you have some mugs on the shelf there behind you, and I'm drinking out of one of my mugs right here. This is my, this is what, our YouTube Video Marketing Challenge mug right here, and you have a couple up there as well. I see 3, maybe there's 4, but tell me about the challenges and what they've done for you and your business. How do they help?
I'd love to tell you about it, because first of all, notice where I put the mug specifically. There with my family, right? So I've always loved symbols and analogies and all of this. I show you one particular mug I'm just so incredibly proud of. And that is the mug of the challenge. It was in March. We had to do a sales funnel.
Let's see it. Hold it up there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forget.
There you go.
On the
Okay,
camera.
good, good.
And now this month, after this challenge, you know, you get always challenged by your family. That's your biggest challenge. That's
Right.
not always a joyful challenge. And then particularly, they know me that, okay, what in the world are you doing? It doesn't make sense when they have an understanding the background I have and what I did in my life. And so I was asked, well, are you making any money? I said, of course. Don't you see my heart is filled with money? And I feel so wealthy inside that I understand, I know what I can do, and I'm having fun now instead of being overwhelmed. So they said, well, no wonder you can't make any money because you don't have a business plan. I said, really? Are you sure I don't have a business plan? You never asked me for it. And I sent them this whole mind map, the business plan and the whole development. I have never heard from them again.
So you've got your family on your side now, right?
Sort of. They're still, and it's coming now. My e-zine article, I just rub it in, whatever comes out. I just rub it in, and eventually they will get it. But it's so the insiders, what it has done is it has brought clarity, it has gotten focus, and suddenly I'm not overwhelmed anymore. If I don't make every month the challenge, I'm not that overwhelmed because I participate every month. Sometimes it just doesn't fit, or sometimes I can't do it because I'm so involved with the grandchildren. I take care of them at times. And so, but the challenge and the support and the giving of everybody, it is just phenomenal. I wish I could get everybody into the insiders. I try my best at the NAMS workshops. So
well, it's important, and I think one of the things that you mentioned there is the overwhelm, and that's what we try to do, is give you something to do every day so that you can have a very clear path. You don't have to think about it that hard. This month we're going to learn about product creation. So every day you have something to do, and it's small, and you just continually work through the product creation piece of this. Next month it's going to be traffic generation. Every day you're going to have something a little bit to do, and these little steps add up to something big at the end, and that's the way we attack this entire process of building a business online. You know, when people throw out these huge projects and software learning and all of that stuff that you have to do to create a business online, it just leaves people in the dust. And what we've really tried to do is build something that helps people and just carries them along a little bit at a time with some very generous structure and kind, loving team with the instructors and the peers. So
and what is so important, that you have a safe, particularly the insiders Facebook insiders group. I wish everybody would participate, because that's where you get the feedback. We all are in the same boat, but some have different challenges within themselves. And it's a mindset, and then you feel like, my God, am I the only one? I'm never the only one anymore. And I have developed deep friendships because we understand each other. Through the insiders, and I wish everybody would participate in that.
Well, we love having you in, and love seeing you at all the workshops, and love seeing you every day in your activity in the insiders group. And thank you so much, Ute. You're a blessing to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, David. We love you. We love what you have created, and stay healthy and well.
Will do. Appreciate it.